form of gaslighting. Like, I'm not saying it is gaslighting, but it's a form of gaslighting. And pinpointing at things that you're doing so that they don't have to acknowledge the overall point. Or they either just don't want to, or they feel like this is ridiculous. I'm not going to spend time talking about it. You're crazy. You're emotional. Calm down. I get those things. And then sometimes those criticisms are necessary and they have merit. I wasn't there to see what you guys are talking about. So I don't think it would be fair for me to even take sides on it. I can just sit back and say I can probably see where both sides are coming from, because there are times when people will tell me I'm being emotional, and I'm probably the most in check of my emotions when I'm online, because I know I have to be.
Can we help me put the peanut butter away?
Huh?
Can you help me put the peanut butter away?
Yeah, just leave it on the counter. I got you.
Okay.
Erratic emotion is not good. Passion is taken out of context. I can see that.
Sonnie,
What's up? What's up?
what's up? Yeah, I mean, I know you wasn't there for probably the whole conversation. It was a long live, 2 hours or something. And yeah, but what you were saying is what I always say. When they can't stick to the topic or the argument at hand, or can't give a valid response to what you stated, they will say you're angry or you're emotional. And it's like, no, stick to the topic. What I didn't like more so when I left, like I was hoping, I mean, it's next platform, I can tell them how to run it. But I was hoping the other party, and when I say that, I mean the other female up there, she wasn't really contributing to the conversation, so to speak. So when I know you was there, he's like, hey, what's up, Sonnie? Sonnie's here. I would appreciate if he had camped her down and put you up, you know, so we could have a conversation. And after being cut off several times, after Zeus went, you know, he go on his ranch, child. Maybe up there for like 10, 15 minutes, just going. You know, I kept getting cut off, so I got frustrated. I was like, you know what, fuck this. And I calmed down. And then before you were cammed up, they continued to talk about me from that point on. And what I did was that the other female up there, so much negative to say about me, my passion, and all these things when I left, when I exited, but had nothing to say when I was there and present. And when I point out that Zeus was getting that hostile, loud, and all this, nobody called him angry. Nobody said he was overly emotional, but they put that stain on me. And I was very flushed. I was very upset with the female up there because of the simple fact you had been on the line with me for an hour and a half before Zeus even came up there. We were laughing, giggling, having a good time. I got passionate about other things before he got up there. And then you try to dismantle my character when I left. I didn't appreciate that. I thought, and that to me be the biggest problem. It's like, what do you, like to me, she gave me pick me vibes at that point. It was like, what are you trying to get? You know, you want to be in Zeus's bed next? Cause for real, cause it just didn't make sense to me. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
so I think you need to stop doing that. Like,
I can understand that. I think people are adopting one extreme or the other. No one knows how to be middle ground and just say, oh, I can see both sides. I can understand that. I can understand this. Okay, I've done that before. Like, I'm a woman. I'm not going to act like I'm not emotional. Clearly I get emotional, and clearly I get out of character.
Exactly.
But I'm in control of that. So don't tell me that I'm being emotional. I know when I'm being emotional, and you will know. Because I'm going to set everything off.
And I admitted it. I was like, you damn right I'm upset. And then I labeled the reason why I was upset. And it was like, after I left, they tried to act like I was upset about something else. No, I said why I was upset. I said, I am tired of people trying to regurgitate this message about what a healthy relationship would look like if people did such, but they living the polar opposite and they're walking contradictories. I said that. But when I left, it seemed like I was highly emotional about something totally different. They said that I said men and women are equal. I said, did that ever come out of my mouth? I clearly made a point to say that men and women are not equal. However, where he's weak, she's strong. Where he's strong, she's weak. They come together and they balance each other out. I made them. So it just it flustered me. I ain't even gonna lie, to the point where I was like, I'm never going on Nick's platform again. Because I didn't even respect his stance. I didn't respect it. Yeah. But that day I was like, nah, bro.
I mean, I can understand it. And to Nick's defense, Nick is not a loud, strong, boisterous personality. He's not. Nick wants to be friends with everybody. He
Okay.
reminds me of just like a cool white hippie where he's like, bro, I'm good with you. I don't got problems. We're cool. Let's just like sit down and talk. He's not going to control the live like it needs to be. And that the Zeus guy and all these people can come up. All right. I don't discriminate. Y'all can come up. But I'm not Nick. You're gonna shut up to let other people speak. Or you can just get kicked off. It's that simple. The other guy speaks in absolutes on what's going to help women. And when I got up there, I don't know if you saw me when I got up there, because I think you went live when I went up there.
Mm-hmm.
I said,
I saw.
I said, you guys don't give women grace. You're expecting women, or you have this expectation for women to be feminine, and then when they are, you're emotional, you're irrational, you're not doing this right. See, do you want me to be a man or a woman? Because I can't be both.
Right.
If you're going to highlight a woman's nature, then expect a woman to act in her nature. And I said, and you guys are also not factoring in the crazy amount of propaganda, books, TV shows, your friends, your mama, your auntie. Most women walk around with this I could do it by myself mentality. How do you fix that? That starts with men. Or you can recognize that most women don't respond to men because they don't know how. They don't. But they'll damn sure respond to you and me, or you're a pick me. They'll sit and have a conversation with you. Some women are rational, some women aren't. But there's no nuanced conversation to even talk about or consider the factors. It's just, y'all don't know how to be women. Why don't they know how to be women? That's important. Why?
Mm-hmm. And like you said, you gave the point. You don't give a space for a woman to be a woman, because the moment she is, then you use it as like it's a flaw or something bad. Like you said, when she acts out of emotion, when she's speaking from passion, it's like, oh, now you're an angry black woman. Oh, you all up in your feel. Okay, which one do you, like you said, which one do you want me to be? So there's no space for us to give you what you claim you want. And I say claim because they say that it happens. It's a bad thing.
And I agree with you, though, because you made a really good point. Half the people having these conversations aren't in marriages, don't have children, and they're not the men that they're portraying. They're not.
Right. And that question kept getting, like, he kept going with statistics and they was feeding. I said, no, answer the question. How can you tell women to protect their chastity, to not, have sex with multiple men, yet you on here tell us in the same breath that you sleep with multiple women? So wait, if your message is promoting chastity, what would it be more that way? Then every woman that comes across you who wants to just have sex with you, then you should be like, nah, I can't do that to you. Protect your chastity. But you don't even practice what you preach. I can't respect nobody like that. I really can't. And that to me, I hate the walking contradictories. And I hate people without real results. I'm sorry. I can't even respect you if you don't have some kind of result. If you claim this works so good and it works so well, how come we don't see it working for you or anybody close to you that took your advice? I'm curious. The moment they get some, I told them that. I said it to several people I speak to. The moment you get some, then I may receive your message. But please show me a result, brother. Show me.
She said, show me the result.
I'm just saying.
Oh, it's Friday. I forgot. 1 second.
No, I agree with you, Beehive. Right, even if they are. I get it. But the reality is, how can you think of what's going to make something a successful relationship if you haven't implemented those practices and ended with the result of a successful relationship? I can't take you serious. Show me it works. And that's just with anything else. Go logical. We don't have to talk about relations. That goes with anything. If you're telling me that red and blue mixed together makes purple, show me that it actually makes purple in real time. If that's so hard to get, then I can believe you.
So let me ask you this, because this is something I actually talked about this yesterday. I didn't even think of the conversation you had with them. I said Kevin Samuels was necessary because he actually advocated for marriage. He believed in it, and he checked men and women. The beginning of his YouTube stint was him solely talking to men, which was awesome. And then he changed it to women. In my opinion, Kevin was very much so balanced and realistic with the group that he was talking to.
Now, you know, I do not subscribe to Kevin. I how I feel about Kevin Samuels. Lord knows I do.
So look, hear me out. For this specific demographic, because these are women who had insanely unrealistic expectations for what they were bringing. He would ask them flat out, do you own a cookbook? Do you know how to cook? Can you be agreeable? Can you shut up? Can you make him a plate? Can you smile? And these women would come on there and he would say, hey, can you smile for me? I don't need to smile for you. For what? It's automatic attitude. I don't think that's representative of all women, but that was a specific group of Black women that needed that. They did.
What I got from Kevin Samuels is what, I mean, they piggybacked off his programming. Like, okay, you ever watch Fresh and Fit, the podcast?
Yeah.
You ever watch?
Yeah.
Okay. So they tend to seek out a certain type of woman to bring up
Yes.
there because they're trying to make their point. They never bring level-headed women. I ain't gonna say respectable because, like, if even in sex work, can't say you're not respectable. I used to be a stripper a long time ago in my past, okay, and I was a respectable woman, but I can do what I have to do. So I'm not gonna say I respect because it's a choice. However, we see the type of women that I hate to say it, they're like earheadish. They really don't understand their coochie hole from their asshole, like, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? They picked them specifically to make their point. And I felt like with Kevin Samuels, a lot of women who did come up there, not all, but a lot of women, they already had a bad taste in their mouth based on some things they seen him say to other women. So I already think they had that attitude complex, like, yep, as soon as I get up here, I know he's going to try me, so I'm already, you know, on defense. So I think a lot of them gave that to him from the beginning. You understand? But with Kevin Samuels, I'm going to say this. I'm not going to say what he said was out of pocket. It was how he said it that was out of pocket. Workout plan or something. Meet him halfway or something. So I say stuff like that. But I'm not going to say you're fat, undesirable. You don't deserve any love. Like, so the way he was saying it is no. And then it came at the detriment of our women. That's where I got really upset. Now, I am the type of person, I do research. So like you said, I know where he started from. We're talking to men at first. Now, what I understood was that didn't work too well. You understand? When he started attacking Black women, and I say Black women because I watched the other races come up there, and he wasn't as hostile or disrespectful to them. And I can mention one time when a young Black lady came up there, and he was like, how many baby daddies you got? She said, I don't have any baby daddies. She said, I have one guy I have children by. He said, oh yeah, you want married to him? She said, no, we divorced. Like, he was already coming for her, and it was like, you're wrong, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're wrong about the type, and it came with judgment immediately. You know what I'm saying? I never, when the ones that I saw, he wasn't asking them to rate themselves. A lot of the Spanish women that came and white women that came, he wasn't saying rate yourself right off the gate. He was saying that to Black women. I was like, damn, this is your whole mantra, is all women think unrealistic, then treat us all the same. You should have a blueprint. Like, hey, anytime I want to come here, I'm gonna ask her to rate herself. Anytime she say I'm gonna come for her. But he only did that specifically more so with us, and that I couldn't respect. I'm be honest with you, I did not respect him. I thought he was a walking contradictory. I did not believe that he honored marriages. He had 2 failed ones. He never would share his actual, he wasn't transparent with his life and what went wrong in those marriages. When people asked him, he tried to shun away from it. I can't respect nobody like that either. Because if I'm in a marriage